Hello, what have we here? It's just another Rebels pointlessly shoehorning in characters. Hey guys, it's J Star Wars 360, and in this episode of Star Wars Rebels Idiots Array, the Rebels crew, Zeb's gambling with Lando, who would have been an interesting reveal if they hadn't, hyped it up in the trail promos. But anyway, he loses money to Lando and the droid and Chopper, so in order to get their money and Chopper back, they need to do a smuggling job for him, just steal some, which involves stealing this pig and bringing it back, and there's lots of arguing, jealousy along the way, and I did not like it, as usual. So why didn't I like it? For one thing, this episode is pointless. Now, not entirely pointless. I mean, it did introduce a villain who's probably going to be a reoccurring character on the show, but we'll get to him in a bit. But nothing really important happened. I mean, when you think of the last episode, we had some progress, which... Sorry, I just remembered something later. Had some progress, of Ezra's training and him getting a new lightsaber. This episode was just sort of... really nothing happened. I mean, the whole point of this episode is just so we can once again just throw in a classic Star Wars character. But unlike Star Wars, the Clone Wars, where they'd either bring him in later on or they'd serve some purpose in the story outside of just being there, here they do nothing. I mean, and again, if you want to see great integration of classic Star Wars character, watch the season finale where Chewie shows up. It's very much a Ahsoka story. Chewie doesn't get in the way, but it's like an awesome moment, and I'm bummed they cannot. It's at this point I feel like it's just Disney giving them notes, because there's no way Filoni would be synced to this level, just constantly throwing in Star Wars characters for the heck of it. It just feels like stupid fan service. And he's so unlikable. Like, he's constantly being a dick, and I get that he's a scoundrel, but he's not a likable scoundrel. Like, in Empire, he's fun, he's entertaining. I mean, he's a bit of a dick, but there's a likable quality, and then there's the redeemable qualities. Like, when he realizes he's doing something wrong and realizes, maybe I should get my act together. Han, even when he's being a dick, joking around, there's this likable quality. I mean, here, it's just nothing. And then, once again, we had the jealousy episode, where a guy comes onto the show, and we're like, oh, you're so cool. I hate this episode. It's just a generic jealousy episode, and this adds nothing to it. We have the crew members pointlessly arguing with each other for no reason, and I don't know, Lando was just too much of a show-off, and which, on top of being a fan service episode, the fact that you're just throwing Lando in there and having him show off how awesome he is, like, stop it. And this episode, as I mentioned, there was one point which was to introduce this alien who I'm guessing is going to be a recurring character, voiced by James Hong. And while I enjoy James Hong, his character is really stupid. It's way too cartoonish and kiddie, and yeah, I guess it's a kid show, but that doesn't mean we have to stoop to that level. I mean, look at the character he voiced in Clone Wars, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't blame you, because it's from an unfinished arc that was released online. The character he voiced there was way more entertaining and way more interesting. And so to see him play this goofy, cartoony character is a bummer, especially when he plays something much better on Clone Wars. Thanks a lot, Disney, for canceling the show so we couldn't see the episode in all its glory. But thankfully we get to see it. But I digress. By the way, see that arc if you haven't seen already. It's like 10 million times better than anything this show has put together. I mean, if there were some upsides to it. I mean, I did enjoy getting to see Hera do stuff. She really doesn't do much on the show, so it was nice to see her do something. Like, where she uses the tray to hit someone. She's like, wow, this tray is really useful. Like, that was a funny line, I thought. And Chopper, I still really enjoy him. Like, it's sort of like a grumpy R2-D2, and that is refreshing. That's something new and original that we haven't seen before. Unlike the rest of this show. And also, actually, there was something original. Ezra's lightsaber, which was really cool. I have to say, for all the quirky, not-so-coolness of Ezra's of the Force Awakens lightsaber, this one I actually really like. And here's why. With Force Awakens, it's all spectacle. Like, there's no point to those little two ends. It's just to look cool. Whereas with Darth Maul's lightsaber, it has some practicality to it. It allows him to fight two Jedi at the same time. Ezra's also works. I mean, it's like it's a gun and a lightsaber. That's actually that's practical and creative, and it fits his character. He's thinking outside the box. He likes using guns, and not only that, but it's also again it's scrapped together what we can find. So it's creative and it serves a purpose. So that's why that works. And so, but yeah, like in all honesty, for all the problems I have with for Skeptic Rebels, I really hope that the lightsaber is my only issue of Force Awakens. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on this. There's 4 more episodes left in the show. I'm really curious what they're going to do. But yeah, this was a step backward. I wouldn't hate the show as much if it wasn't for the fact that we had an awesome show that got canceled. So, but what do you think of this episode? Do you agree it was pointless filler, or do you actually think, oh, it was really cool? Please comment and let me know. And as always, like, dislike, subscribe, comment, and this is JStar260. And may the Force be with you.